Saturday is going to be a lot of fun around here. With competition and time on track. So make a point of joining us. Hopefully you will. All right. This is 20 minutes is on the clock. Talked earlier, the folks in the Indy Pro 2000. Some of the drivers you've seen today came up through this system. Some and more you will be seeing later will be out there. And you'll get a chance to meet them. They're going to be over in the fan village this afternoon. Some of the younger drivers to sign autographs, take some pictures. As we have cars out on the track warming their tires. Great things to be held and taken into account. A lot of fun. All right, so we'll start now that they're coming up. See if we can get you some information. This is Indy Pro 2000. Our second chance to check out these drivers and their cars. Again, this is a qualifying session. So the quickest so far is the number 3 car, Josh Green. Followed by Kiko Porto in the number 1 car. Green is in the 3 car. In the 8 car, Nolan Siegel is third quickest. The number 18 of Juven Sundra Morthe is 5th quickest. 6th, Lewis Foster in the 90 car. Following Foster in the 2 cars, Jonathan Brown. Reese Gold in the 55. And as we say that, the luck of the announcer, Reese Gold jumps up to quickest in this session in the 55 car. Once again, we're glad you're joining us here today, folks. A beautiful day in Birmingham, Alabama. For those of you who are listening. Limited cloud cover. Showing 75 degrees right here. Beautiful day. Inam Ahmed from London, England, in the 47 car is taken over quickest, followed by Josh Green in the 3 car. And everybody jumps around again. The 90 car, Lewis Foster jumps to the top of the timing column. Lewis, who calls Los Angeles, California home now, is originally from Basingstoke in the United Kingdom. Foster getting around here in a 17.79.31. Again, this is a 2.3 mile course, 17 turns. And can't say it enough, the most beautiful race course in America and the most spectator friendly. Don't forget, you can pick up the tram, the free tram, in numerous places around the track, over behind the race village on the backstretch, over in turns 1, 2, and 3, the Alabama roller coaster, over at the museum. And there's plenty of places that you can catch the action. And they're all a great place to watch. The number 90 of Foster comes into his box. Ten minutes remaining in this session, this qualifying session. Again, this is the Indy Pro 2000. And as we look at where they are in the rankings in this series, they've had 2 races so far. The leader of the group is Nolan Siegel with 50 points. Lewis Foster is second, followed by Josh Green, and then Brandon Eves. Kiko Porto is in fifth, Inam Ahmed in sixth, Jack William Miller in seventh, Wyatt Burchakit. Wyatt, I messed that up. Forgive me, I'll get it right. Is in eighth. Reese Gold is ninth. And rounding out your top 10 is Uvan Sundamurthy. 16 cars in the series. And as we've, just to note with the folks out there, Josh Green has won one race and Nolan Siegel has won one race. Josh Green has had one pole and Nolan Siegel has had one pole. I wonder if there's a connection there. Podiums, Lewis Foster has been to the podium twice. Josh Green has been up once, Ahmed has been up once, Siegel once, and Brandon Eves once. So pretty easy to figure out. Seven and a half minutes remaining in this qualifying. The Anderson Interior Contracting Grand Prix of Alabama. Anderson Interior Contracting is your title sponsor in this Indy Pro 2000 presented by Cooper Tires. It's part of the road to Indy. And the very important scholarships that are given to the winners of the series. Give you a rundown of the rest of the activity for the afternoon. Following this, we're going to have the USF2000 practice at 12 o'clock. Radical Cup race number 1 will follow at 12:45. Indy Lights, you'll get your first chance to check them out at 1:45. First practice for the stars of the weekend, the NTT IndyCar Series racers, practice at 1 o'clock. They'll be out there for an hour. USF2000 will have a qualifying session at 4:15. That'll bring to an end the on-track race activities, but there will be, following the last time out, the Indy 5K presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Alabama. That'll start at 5:30. So lots of things to do. Be sure you visit over in the racing fan zone over directly across from the scoring pylon on the backstretch. Exciting things going on. We'll keep you updated. Let's take a look again. Quickest in the session, Reese Gold. And the Junkos Hollinger Racing Team, sponsored by the Ticket Clinic. He's out of Miami, Florida. He's the quickest so far. 117.0023 maybe. Second fastest is the 90. That's Lewis Foster in the exclusive Autosport team. Copart.com and Novara Technologies are the sponsor. Third quickest overall in the session so far, Nolan Siegel out of Palo Alto, California. DeForce Racing, Town Ford, and Race for RP is a sponsor. Fourth fastest, the number 47, that's Inam Ahmed. Miller Vinatieri Motorsports, Patterson Dental, and Blue Marble are the sponsors. In sixth, that sixth is, we just talked about, seventh, is the number 1 car, Kiko Porto from Recife, Brazil, DeForce Racing, Banco de Coval, and Petromega. It's a sponsor. Sponsors. Eighth, the number 4 car, Brandon Hughes of Albany. He currently resides in Albany, New Albany, Ohio. J. Howard Driver Development, CCFI, Hudson Insurance, and Addison Holdings. Just over 2 minutes. We're coming to the 2-minute mark in this session. "20 seconds remaining in this session as we've got a red flag out. That's going to signify the end of the session because you have less than 10 seconds. You have just under 10 seconds. So yeah, that'll do it. But I'm looking for the reason for the red flag. And I will bring you up to date. Car number 1 is what I understand to be the car that's out. That's Kiko Porto. And he was running up near the top. As you can see on the scoring column, he's running 8th. Well, that signifies the end. We'll get you the unofficial results here in just a moment. I saw I see him over headed to the chicane, downhill chicane by the museum. All right, so our unofficial results in qualifying for the Indy Pro 2000. Number 1, number 55 of Reese Gold, followed by the 27 of Colin Kaminsky, who jumped up there. The number in third, the 47 of Enam Ahmed. In fourth, the number 4 of Brandon Eves. In fifth, the number 90 of Lewis Foster. In sixth, the number 3 of Josh Green. In seventh, Nolan Siegel. In the 8th, Kiko Porto, who we were just telling you about, was involved in something bringing out the red flag. We don't know which. In 9th is Uvan Sunda Murthy. And in 10th, Jordan Missig. In 11th, Jonathan Brown in the 2. 12th, the 40 of Jack William Miller. 13th is the 6 car of Salvador de Alba. In 14th, the 5 of Wyatt Burchek. And in 15th, the 83 of Charles Finelli. So there's your rundown for the Indy Pro 2000. The Indy Pro 2000, they will, I just want to make sure we've got it right. They will be on track tomorrow is their next, as best I can tell, next event. That will be race 1 tomorrow at 1:30. You get a chance to see these. And up next, as get you ready for what's coming, is the USF2000, which you have also this is your first glance at these drivers. And we will bring you those folks in just a few moments. And I want to find what else we can talk about there. We've got a lot of information. The USF2000, yes, these are the Cooper Tire Grand Prix of Alabama. These folks will be heading out in just a few. We got a second here to tell you all some things that are going on real quickly. Don't forget, you are here. Please don't take the chance of missing one of the greatest attractions in Birmingham, Alabama. That's the Barber Vintage Motorsports Museum. It is very special, the world's largest collection of motorcycles and the largest collection of Lotus cars. It has something for everybody, even my wife, who did have a motorcycle at one time but could not imagine going to a motorcycle museum, walked away impressed. And I think one of the things that you will really walk away, the impression, is the way the museum is laid out. The displays are very, very eye-appealing and a lot to see. Be sure to find the Vincent Black Shadows. Those are special motorcycles. And the Brittany that is, and it's pink and blue. Only 10, I think, or 9 Brittany's were ever built, and we have one of them here. And a matter of fact, a few years back, they had a reunion of all the Brittany's, and they had it here at Barber Motorsports Park. I happen to have seen one in California as well, so I know that they're there. Hey, you know, we talked about the stuff that goes on here. The NTT IndyCar Series would like to thank Global Medical Response for their continued support of first responders. GMR is a proud sponsor of the NTT IndyCar Series.
It's your Uncle Cooper. Sure, once in a blue moon, you might need your tires for hauling a horse in a hailstorm. But most days, you're gonna need your tires for tougher things, like teaching your sister's kid how to parallel park. Thankfully, these Cooper and Duramaxes aren't just tough, they're everyday tough. Okay, there's a lot of improvement. Go with the Coopers. Cooper!
Karting and motorsport enthusiasts, Lucas Oil School of Racing is America's #1 Formula Car race school. Enjoy modern paddle shifters, pit speed limiter, and onboard video along with integrated data systems. Get started today with our 2-day basic or advanced course. Lucas Oil School of Racing is the official school of the Road to Indy. We can also qualify you for your SCCA license. Get started today by visiting us at www.lucasraceschool.com.
It's your Uncle Cooper. Your SUV is a multi-purpose tool, like a corkscrew fish scaler. And that means your tires should be multi-purpose too. Like these Cooper rugged Treks. They're tough, but also run smooth as butter. And with dual sidewalls, it's like having a multi-tool that can look like a completely different multi-tool. Don't take that idea, by the way. I'm gonna patent it. Go with the Coopers. Cooper!
With over 40 years in business, High Tide Boat Lifts is committed to elevating your craft. Whether you own a personal watercraft or a large yacht, we can design and create the perfect lift for your needs. At High Tide Boat Lifts, we understand that you've worked hard to get to a successful place in life. We'll ensure you have a hassle-free experience, maximizing the time you spend on your boat with family and friends, and supporting your dreams out on the open water.
It's your Uncle Cooper. If you and your truck are constantly tackling the regular duties of the day, go with a tire that can handle them all. Oh, man. I stepped in it. Go with the Coopers.
rundown of the series is that they do, obviously this is open wheel, and this is part of the ladder system. And these drivers are out there trying to make a name for themselves, trying to impress people, and on top of all that, they're trying to improve their abilities. You've got a number of different cars. We've got, oh gosh, a number out there. I'm trying to see how many cars we have on track at the moment. It looks like we have 20 or thereabouts. And we'll be watching to see what happens. As you can see, it's going to take a little time for the stuff to spiral up, and we'll get it going. So we're not going to bore you with a lot of chatter. I want you to watch what's going on. We'll keep you apprised and jump in intermediately to give you updates on what's going on track. By the way, this is a good time and a good place to go catch the tram. Good time to head over to the racing village over on the backstretch. A good chance to grab a nice ice cold Coca-Cola, maybe an ice adult beverage or two, and join in and have some fun, because there's a lot to be had. We'll be back with you in just a few minutes. Enjoy this. Enjoy this. This is going to be fun. We'll bring you up to speed as we go. Just under 19 minutes left in this practice session. Let's take a look at how we are and who's where. Quickest so far in this session is the number 22 of Miles Rowe. Miles, born in Atlanta, GA, calls New York City, New York home, poor guy. Penske Entertainment is the sponsor. I was kidding. Second fastest is the number 12 of Bijoy Gard, calling Atherton, California home, a DeForce Racing entry. Third fastest, the number 12. He is the number 12. The number 11 just passed him by. Or did they? No, that's the number 19. And that is Simon Sykes, calling Athens, Georgia home. Legacy Auto Sports is the team. Running in fourth in car number 4, Michael D'Orlando, Cape Motorsports team. Focus Project Management is the sponsor. In fifth, well, now D'Orlando has dropped to fifth. Christie in the car number 11, Dylan Christie out of Princeton, New Jersey, another DeForce Racing entry. Stillo is the sponsor. But you're in this session, the number 22 of Miles Rowe is quickest so far at 22 point. Looks like 4276. And I apologize for not being more certain of that, but it's a little hard to read the monitor in here. But as you can see by the scoring pylon, we can tell you exactly who's where. Billy Frazier in the number 92 is second fastest. He's out of Auckland, New Zealand, and now calls Karaka, New Zealand, his home. Corpay Cross Border Solutions is the sponsor. In third is the 19, Simon Sykes out of Athens, Georgia, we talked about. In fourth, the number 12 car, Bijoy Gard out of Atherton, California. In fifth, the number 4 car of Michael D'Orlando, we talked about. In sixth, the number 3 car of Yeager Jones out of Scottsdale, Arizona. I almost said Alabama. Arizona. Charlotte, North Carolina is his hometown. In seventh, the number 11 of Dylan Christie. In eighth, the number 23 of Jace Denmark out of Scottsdale, Paps Racing. In ninth, the 32 car, Christian Weir, Naperville, Illinois. Turn 3 Motorsports, eComfort.com, Ferguson ProFlow. And in 10th, the number 10 car, Thomas Nabu out of Oka, Canada. Another DeForce Racing team member. Cromwell Karting Excellence Home Hardware. There's a brief rundown of the top 10. This is USF2000, the Cooper Tire Grand Prix of Alabama. They'll be running that tomorrow. Rounds 3 and 4 this weekend. So far, there's been 2 races. Denmark. Jace Denmark is the leader overall in the class. He won one race. And Miles Rowe has won one race. He's fourth overall in points. Nempervu and Denmark are the two of the pole sitters, each won a pole. And Denmark has 2 podiums. And other visitors to the podium are Billy Frazier, Bijoy Garg, Miles Rowe, and Jagger Jones. Frazier in the 92 car has jumped to the top of the speed chart in the 92 car. He's the second in points in this series. Just over 13, if you can follow on the poll. We're coming up on the 13-minute mark remaining in this session. Following this session, we're going to be seeing another one of our races for the day. This will be the first Radical Cup race, a 45-minute event. And then we'll have the Indy Lights and the Stars of the Weekend, the IndyCar practice. And then these folks that are out on course right now, they'll be back following the Indy cars for qualifying for tomorrow's race. Well, with just about 5.5 minutes remaining in this practice session, Billy Frazier out of New Zealand continues to be atop the speed charts, followed by the 22 of Miles Rowe. In third quickest, the number 19, Simon Sykes, followed in fourth by Michael D'Orlando. Thomas Nepevu out of Oka, Quebec City, Canada. That's the 10 car. In fifth, the 19 car, Simon Sykes drops back. The sixth quickest, the number 12, Bjorn Garg. And I'm sure now with just over 4.5 minutes, we may see a few more. I don't see too many. I don't see any. Yeah, I do. I see one car in a box. Usually this is where they make that last pitch to get out that for practice. Just under 2 minutes remaining in this practice session. No changes in the top 5. And the checkered flag is out. Signifies the end of this practice session. This is for the USF2000. So, the practice, the Fast Six. Quickest overall was Billy Frazier in the 92 with a 22.0483. Second, Thomas Nevu with a 22.38. That's car number 10. Third fastest was the 4 car of Michael D'Orlando. That's third fastest. The fourth fastest was the 22 car of Miles Rowe. 22.44554. Fifth quickest, Christian Weir. And sixth quickest was Bijoy Garg with a car number 12 with a 22.5458. So that's the end of practice for that class. That's the Cooper Tire USF2000 Championship. Up next, in just about 15 minutes, we're going to see a race, the Radical Cup race number 1. And if you thought qualifying was interesting, get ready. Matter of fact, if I were y'all, even over there under the trees, which is the ideal place to sit, I would make sure my cooler's full,